V-Dere Audition QnA! Yippee!
Hello!
Thank you for coming. Thank you. Yippee! And thank you for submitting questions to the Google Forms. Thank you.
Arigato.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we'll allow for additional questions as well through the YouTube chat. So I'll open that up right now. But we do have a whole set of questions prepared. So, you know, if you feel like your question might get answered during the stream, maybe hold off on asking it until we've gotten through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have this Q&A thing open.
Yo, should we introduce ourselves and who the heck we are to people?
Yes. Okay.
Or-
You first, the one
Yeah.
on the stool.
Speaker got me this chair. Do you guys like it? I think it's good. It makes me feel cool. Hello. Yeah. Hi, I'm Elia Stellaria. I don't normally look like this, but I'm currently in Japan. So, yeah, not a goose. British, but not in Britain right now. And it's not the bad chair, it's the good chair. Only the goodest people. It's not a detention corner chair, it's good chair. I'm good. I'm good. I need to work on my intro. Yay!
Very cute. Very
Oh my
cute.
goodness.
TV Elia, nice to meet you.
ありがとう。はじめまして。よろしくお願いします。Yeah.
Best.
I'll introduce myself. I'm Speaker, Kiri Speaker. Speaker stands for Singing, Piano, Idol, Cloud, Anime Girl. I'm Mysterious Cloud. And woo! welcome.
やったー。ユッピー。パチパチパチ。
パチパチパチ。
わあ。パチパチパチ。
It is my turn.
Yeah.
Airi Stellaria. Nice to meet you. I'm Airi Viridis, the little devil VTuber of V-Dere Gen 1. Usually I just say V-Dere, but now I guess I have to say V-Dere Gen 1, right?
Yeah.
Nemo.
I love the name.
おー、すごい。
Yeah,
すごい。
nice to meet you.
すごい。
It's me. I am me.
Hi.
Wow, it's her.
Me?
すご
Oh
い。
my
Yeah.
god. I'm such a big
know.
fan.
I'll sign your forehead later. Mwah.
I got a lot of it just for you.
おー。スパイス。
Mom, is it my turn?
Yes.
お願いします。
Hello! I am Vtuber first generation Bakadede Wolf Ranger Mozumi Peachy. I'm the one that eats soap and does other things we will not mention. Very nice to meet you. Hello.
Oh,
Don't worry,
what
it's
about our
everyone.
data types?
Data types.
Data.
Data types. What's yours?
I should. I'm data, yo.
He's super data. Ultra data.
Hi. Data.
Extra
Yeah. What? Who else
And you
didn't say their
speak up?
data types?
Me Speaker. I guess I would be tsundere. Baka.
Yeah, kawaii.
Eili?
You could say I'm a yandere, but really, I am the one for you. The only one, I hope.
Yo, yabe. Wow.
And I'm Bakadede. I'm just stupid.
And data.
Yeah, the data.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So
we did it.
I hope the sound is okay, everybody. But we should get started with the questions because we have a bunch of questions to get through, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I was worried we wouldn't have any, but we ended up with tons. So I don't know
Yes.
what I was worried about.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
Thank you for submitting questions. Arigato.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I looked through all the questions and we summarized them into like kind of main questions that most people are asking. The first one, let's go to... it's up here. You can see it at the top. Why have you opened auditions?
This one is mine. I said I would handle this one.
Yeah.
Hello!
All yours.
So, should I just read the text I have written? We were very organized, guys. But we're only organized so that we would be, get through the questions quickly or something. So we don't take up too much time. But, alright. I'll read the text. Since V-Dere's creation, we've had many join requests from various creators, many of which we feel would be a great fit for the group. However, we understand expanding too quickly can be detrimental to everyone involved. And the amount of inquiries we received would be like way too many to let everyone in at once, right? So by doing additions, we can narrow down who all we can bring in, get it a little bit more manageable, right? But we can also keep the applications on file like far past the audition window. That way, if we ever do want to expand again, we can just always go back and look at that pool and see who applied and things like that. We don't necessarily have to do something new every time or something like that, So it's very helpful in that way. It kind of helps us for the future as well. We've also been asked as to why we opened those auditions up to the public instead of just doing it behind closed doors. Like, why didn't I just DM my friend, like, we got this, we join us, And part of that is because, it takes pressure off of, it takes pressure off of us to, like, off of potential people applying to having had to be friends with us prior, right? So, like, we really want people that are kind of accomplished or talented or really good in what they do. They don't necessarily got to be our friends, We can always become friends. We want to make new friends. We're big on that. That's epic, right? So we just want to open up those opportunities, and we really want someone's abilities or talents, that kind of stuff, to shine for themselves, rather than having any like our preconceived notions of who our buddies are and things like that, being in the mix.
Yeah, new friends. Mozu, you said it perfectly.
Yatta!
Thank you. Okay, so
professional.
yeah, I hope that explains why we opened auditions for V-Dere. But the next question is, why does V-Dere want more members?
Why? That's for me to answer. What up? Is your girl, me, Naughty Goose, here to answer in a super professional manner in my small form. So more members means we can do bigger things. And we can do bigger events, and it also means there's like less pressure for like all the people to be present in the events as representative. And then we also can afford to do bigger events because you sort of pull together, say like 8 people, and then voila, you can do even more. Just like how we're able to do so much already just by combining the 4 of us. It's like in Power Rangers where you can build the big robot. We're gonna build a bigger robot. Yeah. And it just, yeah. That is, I hope that answers the question. I think.
Yeah, we're growing V-Dere. Bigger and better.
Yeah, I like how people are making names Voltron Dere, V-Detonator.
Voltron Dere.
I love it, yo!
You're gonna be huge.
Yeah, we will be gigantic, massive, yo. That's the plan.
Well, I mean, but yeah. Gigantic.
In robot size.
Absolutely. Yeah. Big as in we're all humongous physically, right?
Yeah.
Exactamundo.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elia. Okay, we've gotten the introductory questions done, but the next one is more to do with What are the benefits of joining V-Dere? Yeah, it's a big question, so I think we all can answer it a little bit. Anyone want to go first?
The benefit is we take your money.
No.
We rob it.
Don't say that. They're gonna think it's real.
I am joking. I am joking.
What?
Promise
Heidi,
not
where's
to
my
rob you.
wallet? What'd you do with
happened
it?
to our professionalism?
Where's my heart?
Making Mug speak on.
What did you do with it?
Hey, yo,
Heidi, we spent all this time divvying up the document, then you come in and say we steal people's money.
Literally, what are we?
We're not supposed to know that yet.
What?
Okay, so I can go, I think.
Cool. Yeah, we'll just go in
The
order.
primary appeal of V-Dere. Alright, so I think I should mention this, right? V-Dere is not a company. We are not a company. I should tell you that right now. So, if you are coming up to me like you're my long lost child and you're like, hey pops, where's my $5,000, right? I don't got that for you. I can't give that. However, the primary appeal of V-Dere is our group activities and opportunities. We do our best to include all our members in like our sponsorship activities. So as you guys know, like gamer subs, our convention appearances like Off-Kai and Vexpo, themed merchandise releases. So you know how we had our debut merchandise, but we also had themed voice packs like around Halloween or around like Valentine's Day, that kind of stuff. And then just overall, like we got our website and we got our social media, like our Twitter, where we're gonna retweet each other and things like that. That's like our big thing, and that's mostly how we all benefit from each other. Like that is like the big appeal, I'd say, right? So that's like, does everyone want to add on to that? Like that's personally me, I think that's a huge thing, because I think that's a big thing that a lot of indies are also finding. Like I know when I was indie, I struggled with that. So it's been like a huge, amazing thing for me, and V-Dere, I assume as a whole, to have those opportunities open up, right? Like for example, we were nominated as like best upcoming Vtuber Group in the Vtuber Awards.
That was crazy.
That's not something we would have been. Yeah, that was insane.
That was amazing.
I was not expecting that. So like. Yeah, it's like I don't think we would have ever been able, like obviously we would have never been able to be nominated for a category like that or had that kind of exposure if not for V-Dere's existence, right? And then additionally, it's kind of like that's a big appeal that a lot of people go for towards corporations and things like that, right? They want those kind of sponsorships. They want to take their activities to the next level. And to a lot of people, that's like, having those big events, having those sponsorships, having those appearances and meet and greets and things like that, merchandise releases. So we're able to do all of that as a group, but we don't own anything of your IP because we're not a corporation. So you keep, like, your VTuber model's your own, your account is your own, all that kind of stuff. We're primarily focused just on those group activities, right? And then additionally, we're not gonna take, we don't take any percentage or anything like that. The only thing V-Dere does, like finances wise, is when we're funding a group project, we split it evenly. Which, with this new generation, if we have 8 people, that's gonna be like, that's gonna be nothing. I mean, personally, that's gonna be nothing. I think that would be so much easier.
It'll be very, very cheap.
Yes. So like, you know how in, well, yeah, I don't want to take up too much time, but yeah, that's the basic idea of it.
Also, another advantage of joining V-Dere is that we are a lot more professional and structured than, just like any kind of group. Like you could join a streamer group where you're like, oh, we will raid each other like every once in a while. V-Dere is not like that. We're not like that at all. We're relatively ambitious. We do a lot of things together. And I think some of the appeal that I see is that we try our best to be professional, of course, fun, but also professional, especially behind the scenes. Gotta be very, very professional and hardworking behind the scenes to be fun and cute in front of the scenes. 네. So joining V-Dere, it comes with more discoverability, obviously all the cool things we do, but also it gives you a higher bargaining power and outreach when it comes to things like sponsorships, artists, and conventions, because as just one single VTuber, those things are kind of difficult. But if you have a whole group, it's much easier to reach out to anything you want to do. If you say, hey, I really want to do a sponsorship for this, I want to work with this company, or if you say, hey, I really want to attend this audition, this convention, it's much easier to do when you have a whole group behind you, rather than just doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a big one about joining V-Dere, I think, and this one's like really big for me, is friends. Like
Yes.
I know that there's like it's lonely, like especially as like independents, it can be very lonely, and it's very difficult out there in the VTubing space to know and find, I don't know, good eggs, and we just want to be friends with like-minded individuals, ones that have the same sort of passion and ambition to just, you want to be a cute anime girl that makes people happy? Heck yeah, let's heckin' do that. And that, yeah, like it's not about any of the other icky stuff. It's just doing our best, and I don't know, like just wanting to create content together, have that. We're all very, as I mentioned, we're all very ambitious. We're a very ambitious group. We all want to achieve big things, and we all want to work hard, and we want to, it's a lot more fun to achieve things with friends, and have those happy times. And also because I want to fulfill my heckin' cute girls doing cute things, heckin' anime fantasy. Like I feel like I'm living in the anime sometimes. It's at the moment, the four of us just freaking hot. It's like hacking K-On! Or Butty, where we're like, yeah, we'll make a band. But it's not
Especially
a band,
when
it's
you
a
get to Japan.
VTubing. Yeah, and like, making these sort of fun memories together. And I know that like, it's actually really common for people to try and apply for things literally just so that they can, be part of something, be part of a gen, be part of a group. And, if you're looking for something like that, then V-Dere is a good place, because you also get to keep all your stuff and your IP. And, if you feel like you've got that same mindset that we have, then I want to be your friend. I want to be friends. Onegaishimasu. I want to make lots of happy memories and just good times together, and try and make lots and lots and lots of people happy, because that's what we do as anime girls. And yeah, I think, I don't know, if that would be that, if I wasn't part of V-Dere and I was just like an outsider sort of watching, I'd be like, yeah, I'd want to apply because I want to be friends. And that's a good reason, I think. So yeah, that's one other benefit. Friendship, if you want to be friends with me. If you don't, then we got a problemo.
We want more friends.
Do you mind if I add on to that as well?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
So it's really fun. It's awesome. And it's also like amazing to do all those new memories. But I think another element to the friendship is we're really here to lean on each other too at times. Because like I can't think of how many times where something like content creation can be pretty hard. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that a lot of people don't necessarily think happen. Like sometimes the sponsorship might fall through or things like that. And when that happens, it's really hard to take that on your shoulders alone. It can be very difficult and it can really hurt, right? With that being the case, it's really good to have someone that might have experience in that or things like that. To be there with you, to either give you some guidance or at least be there to just comfort you in that time of need. Like I don't know where I'd be without these girls. Like with all the I don't know. I'd be able to cuddle someone.
Support group. Like we're a support group.
Yeah.
We help each other. Like, cause you can't be like. There's going to be times where you feel down or times where you doubt yourself. And that's when, as a group, we just take turns in helping lift each other up because, that's what we do. And yeah, it's definitely, I can say absolutely, like, it's not easy. Like, it can look easy to people where they're like, oh, you just be hacking cute, hee hee ha ha, play game. It's not, it's hard. Like, as in there's so much more that goes on in behind the scenes. And also having a good group, I think, provides that circle of feedback where it keeps your mindset very healthy if you keep a very close circle of feedback, for this kind of thing. Because it's
like a non-echo chamber. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very good, like, space where you can avoid spiraling, and mental is such a big part of content creation. Like you need to have the right mindset. I think that's just the biggest thing, is having that mindset, and supporting each other helps a lot.
Yeah. And
Yippee.
a thing that I would say to add on to that is that like everybody in V-Dere is like really unique. We all have our own specialties. So like a huge benefit is that we can like share our knowledge, share our skills with each other, and share our resources. Yeah, it's like if I ever wanted to get into ASMR stuff, I could ask Airi, and like Mozu is super helpful for finding artists and stuff. She's like the professional artist finder, and she's so good with organizing merch and everything. And Elia gives so much guidance for like content videos, and it's just, I don't know, I feel like the endless pool of resources as a group is really, 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 really helpful. Yeah.
Mozu!
Mozu!
She got eaten by
my
the boy.
internet died.
It's okay.
I'm
I got a PNG ready. I'm prepared. Bam.
Mozu!
Whoa.
Nice. Yo, she back.
How do I get back
I missed
in?
you.
I'm here.
Okay. You can join again with the same thing.
Yeah, same.
Oh.
I'm not back.
Also, to add on, speak as a Heiken musical genius that I love her. Yeah. Oh, we've all been eaten by the voice. Oh.
I'll fix it up.
Sorry, my internet bad.
It's okay. 大丈夫. But yeah, I feel like we all bring something, and imagine if there was even more. And we all gave. Yeah, すごい.
Exactly.
Okay. If no one else, if we have nothing else to add, we can go on to the next question. Yippee! Okay, we have, how does V-Dere operate as a group? Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, I will start with this because we did get quite a few questions regarding like budget and how things work financially. Specifically, like, because we're not a corpo, we're a group. So when it comes to like expenses, we obviously you keep all your monies that you earn, and then when it comes to group expenses, we have a professional discussion, okay? because I know we come across as silly girls sometimes, but we are professionals and we discuss it and we are very reasonable and we always ensure that, you know, it's evenly split in a way that makes everyone happy. You know, we're never gonna be like, yo, no food for you this month, we're going big or you're going home. Like, we don't do that, okay? Like you know what I'm like. I always say looking after yourself is the priority, and there's ways we can be like, okay, we want to do this as a group, but maybe, you know, everyone can't afford it, so we're gonna find ways to make it affordable or sort of, you know, adjust it accordingly. So what we also have is we kind of keep ourselves within a monthly budget to avoid overspending. Like, don't worry, we're not gonna heckin', you know, wring you dry of all your money and be like, no, you're part of our group now, give us, like, no, we're professionals. We like discussions. We want to make sure that everyone's happy, because what's the point of the group if people are miserable in it, you know? So yeah, even though there are, say, group expenses, they're gonna be so much lower than a revenue split that you would get at a corpo. It's always going to be discussed. Your priority and sort of your finances will always come first, and we care about each other, you know? We care about, at the end of the day, how are you going to make good content if you're not going to heckin' eat or you've got no money? Like, like, we help each other out. And yeah, and also, like we said earlier, when there's more people, splitting something 8 ways is gonna be, that's heckin', yo, divide by 8. Heck yeah, I love that number going down. Like, yo.
Oh yes.
Heck yeah. So in terms of budgeting, yeah, we have a very flexible system, but at the end of the day, putting happiness first is my priority. And
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think like part of that too, like when it comes to the group expenses, like when we when we ask for contributions for it, it includes you. Like if it's like a cover or something like that, like it's a cover that you're in if you're contributing to it. So it makes it a little cheaper to do like those covers and things like that, right? Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, imagine you're not in this cover, fund me.
Yeah.
Hand it over.
All right, thank you. Like, your cash cows. Use the fund dollars.
Welcome to the pyramid. Get on the bottom. No,
Oh my god.
You're funding. No. It's always gonna be group things. You know, something that involves everybody, and
yeah.
Also. Oh, sorry.
The contribution amounts are always equal. So, like, if like, there's no way it'd be like we're charging. It's gonna be so much. It's gonna be like it's over. That's so much. That's so much. Because if that's the case, we're all freaking dying.
Yeah. Like, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sure it was nothing important. It's fine. What was it? Budgeting. Money. Just look after yourselves, you heckin' punks. I see you guys in chat. You heckin' with me.
And you did bring up a little bit about... Yeah.
I remembered. Because of all our talents, we're able to reduce costs on a lot of projects because we work as a group on the projects ourselves. So when it comes to like group projects, we can all provide stuff ourselves. Like, you know.
Yeah,
we make things cheaper.
Yeah. We'll find a way to make things cheaper.
It's so like, because like I know in a lot of like roughly a lot of corporations will ask, I think, of like half or more of all your earnings, right? So you don't gotta worry about that. You just gotta pay like for specific projects. So there'll be times where, you know, if we have like a month where we're not doing anything, you don't gotta pay nothing. I mean, you don't really gotta pay anything in the first place. We all agree on what we're going to do in the first place, so you're not gonna pay for anything you don't agree to anyways, right? So it makes it like you save so much money. I'm just telling you right now, you save so much money.
Yes, expenses
compared to
are
other options.
quite low.
Yes. And then go to the next section.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other thing we want to highlight on how we function is our collaborations. So V-Dere, when we have availability, sometimes, if things are too busy and things like that, we won't always be able to get everyone together because we want to be, we want to be courteous to people's schedules. But typically, we do aim to do a collaboration every 2 weeks, right? So we typically do something every week, but a collaboration every 2 weeks. And then we also rotate whose channel it's on. So sometimes that won't necessarily be a channel, but it just becomes someone's responsibility in the rotation order. So for example, today it is Speaker's turn. Today is Speaker's turn, even though we're on the V-Dere channel, right? So we try to keep it equal in that way. So that way we don't have, it'd be kind of weird if we just did all of our group collaborations on one channel, right? Yeah. Airi, we're just gonna all be on your channel, for the next 5.
No, get out or start paying me rent. Ugh.
But that way it kind of keeps that kind of workload more equal, more fair. And it also gives an equal amount of exposure to everybody, right? So we're not gonna be, it's not like nobody's hogging the torch, so to speak, right? So yeah, that's one of the things we do. We want to keep that nice group presence, and I think part of that too is once we have more people, it's not gonna be we're not gonna need all 4 of us on it every single time,
Yeah.
If we're too busy, we won't just have to skip a collab. We can just have other members in it, right?
Yeah, mix
Yeah,
it
we've not
up.
done a few collabs recently
Few
because I don't know,
collabs.
some punk's been away for some reason.
Someone's a bit of a
on some kind
globetrotter, who
weird
knows?
Hidden travel adventure arc.
It's for
Yeah.
business. It's business.
Yeah, I'm on a business trip. I'm businessing all over the place.
She's honestly making gains, to be honest.
I'm getting my steps in.
Yeah.
This is all just one Hagen, get fit arc. No, we the collabs. I like how you Hagen avoided saying Fortnite, you punk. Hey,
What's wrong with Fortnite?
I knew I would lose my composure if I said Fortnite. I wouldn't be able to say anything else. I'd be like, chug.
Oh, you messed up the clip, yo.
The clip.
Fortnite.
Fortnite
We've never played Hacken Fortnite. We should do a Fortnite collab. Yo, come join V-Dere and play Fortnite with
Oh
Mozu.
gosh.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to add on to having collabs every fortnight, we also try to have regular meetings. And we schedule it in a time where everybody can make it, which because we're from very different time zones, it can be at a very weird time, but we try our best. And when it's less busy and somebody is not away traveling all the time, we usually have it. We have it every other week. So 1 week we do a collab, the next week we have a meeting, and then it alternates. And in our meetings, we get a lot done. We discuss a lot of things. That's how we organize pretty much everything to do with V-Dere. And it's not all business though. We do check up on each other during our meetings, and outside of meetings we chat a lot too.
Yes.
In
A
informal.
lot. Not that I've just been jumping into VC hey, I miss you guys.
Yeah, but we always try to schedule a meeting, especially when we have a lot of things coming up. We have to touch base with everybody. So meetings are definitely a main part of how V-Dere operates.
Oh. We're definitely pretty organized in that too, I'd say. Even if someone's not available, if we gotta get something done, we definitely will get done, and we will update each other on it too. Yeah.
Indeed, our meetings are truly the crop of the cream. They're very good.
The what?
That's the crop of the cream? Isn't that a thing?
The cream of the crop?
Yeah, cream of the crop.
What's the difference?
thought you were being quirky.
No, the crop of the cream. What is the cow?
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
But no, we're
Yeah.
pretty organized. We got like agenda, and we're taking notes all throughout. So we get a lot done.
We're so business.
And
Yeah.
we are so business.
We're so
We-
professional.
And you can ask them when we get into a meeting. I'm like, I don't know. That's like me the entire day. Like I get so into the meeting, and like I'm like, here's our plans. Here's our dude. When didn't we like plan the entire events for the year? Like in
Yes,
January?
we have a calendar.
Yeah.
We have all ours now for the year.
That was a good meeting. Yo.
That was an exciting meeting. It's very fun to do those because it's like, oh my god, what are we going to do this year? Yippee!
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to
calendar.
V-Dere.
So we're very
Like-
professional in meetings, but we also like yap a lot every single day. Like there's at least 100 messages in our Discord every day, no exceptions.
Yeah. Look at
Right.
this cool thing, guys. Meet that.
OMG!
We should do this in Japan.
Oh my god. I'm like, guys, we gotta go here. We gotta go here. Yo, oh my god. Like, look at this cool video. Look at this. Yeah, meet that. It's just fun. It's just nice. Like,
I should also say we're like
you wanna show
really
people stuff.
exactly. We're also like super efficient. Like I know we planned a bunch of stuff for we planned a bunch of stuff at the beginning of the year, but like a lot of it we already have like done. Like, we're just waiting to release it. Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yo.
much to Airi's chagrin. Much to Airi's chagrin.
Ita. So one question that we got a lot on the forum in like various formats is pretty much so when it comes to the decision, like how do we do this, and if you guys decide something but I don't like it, what do we do then? Do I still have to do it? Simple answer is no. Don't worry, we're not going to force you at gunpoint to do anything. We discuss everything as a group. Let's say, for example, sponsorships. We will be like, oh, we have this opportunity, and they'd be wanting to work with all of us. How do you guys feel about it? And if you feel like it doesn't fit your image or you don't like the product, you don't have to do it. It's not like V-Dere peer pressure. We're gonna force you to do it. You're part of V-Dere. No, you can choose what you want to do. You can always say no. Like if you say no, I really don't want to do this, or no, I really don't have the time for this, we're not gonna make you. Every member has veto right. But yeah, that's pretty much when it comes to decisions. So don't be worried that you're going to be forced to do something you don't want to do. You can always say no or like try to change it.
Exactly.
Mm-mm. Yeah, okay. So that covers how we operate. So the next question we have is what do we expect from potential members of V-Dere?
Ooh.
It's a good one,
Very
right?
exciting.
Exciting one.
This is the
Yeah,
the
so
hot
once
question.
you join V-Dere, what will you have to do, basically?
So, I mean, the first one is pretty obvious based on what we've been saying. The main, like, one of the biggest things we would like from you if you plan to join V-Dere is being willing to participate in our group activities. Like, that's kind of like the biggest appeal of V-Dere, so it'd be kind of weird to not, like, so of course you have your veto right always, right? But we do expect a willingness to participate in those group activities or be willing to help other members for it, right? So basically don't shrug your load off too much, but it shouldn't be too bad. Like obviously it's perfectly manageable with the 4 of us, and if we're splitting that workload among 8 people, potentially, that's gonna become even easier, right? So that's like the main thing, just be willing to participate in those, It's fine if you're too busy or things like that, but definitely be willing and be open to the idea of it, right? So yeah.
Oh, a lot of people asked, do I need to sing Airi? Airi, Why are you in my basement as soon as I joined V-Dere? Airi, why are you forcing me to sing? Well, let me answer that for you. Not why I'm in your basement, I won't explain that. Don't ask me again. But do I need to sing as a part of V-Dere? Well, you can see on our channels, we do have a few V-Dere song covers. We covered Dorimi Chuchu and also Gods. So we do like to work on song covers together, and we also work on mayhaps things like original songs, maybe somewhere down the line. So we do work on music-related projects. Now, that doesn't mean you need to be a professional singer with years of singing experience. Don't worry, it doesn't really matter all that much if you're good at singing. It's more so being willing to try and being willing to participate in those kinds of things with us without feeling pressure. But also, knowing how to record things. As a VTuber, you should be familiar with how to record your audio for things. So it would be good if you could participate in things like group covers and original songs with us without feeling too bad about it. So please consider that when joining us. You don't have to be a great singer, but at least be willing to do it,
Yeah, I'm not a heckin' singer, but I'm here, yo. What up?
Boy,
Yo! As you know,
Great.
from my complete lack of karaoke streams that don't exist.
Other rule: have good self-esteem. I'm implementing it now.
I'm gonna get kicked out, guys. Yeah, we'll help each other out with things like, when we're doing things like group covers and stuff, we do discuss what are people's singing ranges, what are you comfortable with, are there certain lines, if you get given a line when we do line distribution and you're like, oof, I can't do that, then we're not gonna make you do that.
Yeah, you can swap lines
we'll
around.
move things around. Speak as a musical genius as well, that helps. But don't worry, it'll be within your comfort. I'm someone that's clearly not comfortable with singing, but I'm here doing it. So, and yeah. Just wanted to add that on. But what we also expect from potential members is, so as the, I guess, I don't know, for the original, the OGs, we're gonna help you. If you join, we're not gonna be like, yo, okay, sweet, good luck, mate. We'll help you with everything from your debut and the first few group projects and stuff. And then if you want to ask us for help, go for it. We welcome that. You know how much I like helping. If I can be helpful, I'm like, heck yeah, I'm useful, yo. That kind of thing. But on top of that, we do provide a lot of guidance. But also we would, you also want to be able to have someone that's able to do basic things. We're not going to be micromanaging. We're not managers. We're all doing our own thing as well. So, you're going to have to be able to keep track of deadlines, being able to communicate with artists and sponsors. We'll, help each other out, but you still need to be able to do the basic stuff and be professional. I feel like that is definitely an expectation. Yeah, in terms of, there's only so much that we can help with, and we're obviously willing to help, but yeah.
Basically,
it's the balance.
It's like V-Dere is an add-on to your indie activities, right? Rather than being a whole new
DLC.
form of activity. Yeah, DLC. It's indie DLC.
V-Dere DLC.
Yeah.
Limited
We're all
edition.
still, yeah. So it gives that, it's don't think of us as you coming in we're gonna take care of you, all that kind of stuff. We'll do our best to help you in the ways that we can. But you are still effectively an individual, and you have your own responsibilities, right? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And something that was asked a lot in the forum was questions about time commitment. What sort of time commitment do we require? Does everybody need to be a full-time content creator? Well, the answer to that is you don't need to be full-time. For example, I'm actually not technically a full-time content creator, a VTuber, but you do have to be willing to commit your time into Vdere, and it does take a significant amount of time, honestly, to get things in motion, to have our meetings, our collabs. So if you're only putting, like, say, 1 hour into VTubing a week, then Vdere is probably not for you. But just saying, you do not need to treat Vdere like a full-time job or anything, because as Elia said earlier, it should be like an add-on, like a DLC to your current indie streaming. Yeah.
Both Speaker and I are not full-time. Airi is a full-time university student. So, you know, if I can be part of Vdere, be a VTuber, and, you know, not fail my exams, so can you. Yeah.
Right.
Trying my best.
You got it.
Or you can be epic like V and drop out.
You could just be like me and just do it after you can finish, yo. And really put that fancy piece of paper to use.
Yeah, in Vdere, 2 of us are full-time and 2 are not. So it's not required to be full-time, but you definitely gotta be willing to put that time, the time you do have in, right?
Yeah, we want that drive, that sort of ambition. Like,
And I mean, part of this, we can add on, like, roughly how often would we say that we expect, you know, Vdere members to stream a week, right? Probably more than 2, right?
At least,
that's fair.
at least 2 times a week.
Yeah.
please kind of exist on. I say this like I'm hacking. Obviously,
it's different if you're on break.
Yeah, you're allowed hacking. You know, we're not gonna be like you must every hacking week all the time. Like I'm literally on holiday, I guess, in a sense. So, you know, there's exceptions. Like maybe there's a week that you got so much going on. That's fine. Like, yeah.
Like, it's fine if you're busy and stuff like that. Like, we all have our we all have moments where we're busy. Like, some of us might have finals. You know, not too long ago, I was gone for a whole month because someone in my family passed away. But we're pretty flexible with that kind of stuff. We're pretty understanding, I'd say. And you know, it's just the idea, roughly, like, you know, we do need some activity from you.
We need communication.
Or else it's kind of like, what's the point? Yes, communication's
that's
really
like
important.
the most important thing. You have to communicate with us. Yeah, you know, be present in Vdere. Even if you're like unavailable for streaming, but we still need to get group things going and keep things running.
Yeah, so like, if you're someone that will leave us on red for like a week, this might not be the place for you. Sometimes deadlines can get tight, and we sometimes we really do need that you know, that responsiveness.
Yeah. Okay. I think that covers what our expectations are. But I think let's get into, I guess, the question a lot of people are looking forward to. What is Vdere looking for in our Gen 2? Yeah. Okay, I guess for this, I'll go first. We mentioned this already, but we really want people who are ambitious. Ambitious as heck, okay? Because I'd say we all are very ambitious people, and we want to do a lot of great things as VTubers. We want to achieve a lot, and we love making new projects all the time. And I feel like ambition is just super important in our new members, because it's good to have everybody around the same level of motivation. You know, you gotta be willing to do group stuff with us. Yeah.
Exactly.
And also wanting to go like above and beyond to make Vdere better and also to grow as a VTuber too.
Yeah. And like another question we got quite a lot of about was in regards to what we're looking for. We've had people kind of worried about things like whether there's a minimum subscriber count or a follower count or a CCV requirement. And there isn't like a hard solid line. Like, we're not gonna be like, yo, you ain't got enough subscribers, gone. You ain't got the CCV. Nah, we're not gonna not look at you just because of that. Cause like, for me, sometimes, like, what I've noticed, there are a lot of really, really, really amazing content creators out there that are literally like hidden gems. Like, they just, you know, they're absolutely brilliant, they're entertaining, they're fantastic, and yet maybe their sub count isn't high or their CCV isn't high, and they just haven't, you know, had that opportunity yet to truly shine, but they're there, you know, and they're incredible and they're working hard. And, you know, I don't think, like, obviously, like, having a good CCV and having a good sub count can be a good reflection, but I wouldn't say it's the full reflection. There's, you know, a lot of other things to take into account. What we would like is being able to see like consistent track record of content creation and streaming as a VTuber, because that will demonstrate, you know, how like it's sort of an action that really shows how committed you are to being a VTuber. It's not just like a little idea that you've had and been like, oh, I kind of fancy this, but, you know, haven't really done it. Like, even if it's like as PNG or whatever, like, just having that consistent drive. And this links back to Speaker's point about ambition and motivation. Like, it's just, there's many ways to demonstrate it. And I feel like having that consistent trying and consistently, like, you know, making that what content you can or streaming shows that drive. So yeah, in regards to questions regarding minimum sub count, follow count, CCV, we don't have one. I'm just, you know, I'm one that likes to believe in people, and we've all got to start somewhere. Like, the majority of people don't start off big. Like, they gotta start somewhere. Like, that first ever stream to no viewers, or just one that's like, yo, why are you talking to yourself? Like, you know, like, most people have been there, and it could be a really tough part, but yeah, I think we respect that. I respect the drive and the ambition, and yeah, please, you know, if you're a hidden gem and, you know, you feel like that, just, yeah, go for it. Please do apply. I want to be your friend. I want to heckin', you know, I feel like that's the kind of person that, you know, can make a lot of people happy, and heck yeah, we need more of that in the world. Onegaishimasu. So yeah, that's that one. Who next?
Me next. Another point that we've gotten a lot of questions about is how much does the time slot matter? So as Vdere gets bigger, I think it's just inevitable. We're gonna overlap more, and that's fine. You know, obviously it's better if your time slot is one that's not currently occupied by anyone. You know, it gives more fans of Vdere a chance to watch you, if that's the case. But it's not an end-all be-all. So, for example, like, Spica and I are very different. We do very different kinds of content. If Spica and I streamed over each other in totality, I don't think there'd be much of a difference. Spica would be doing like lovely singing. I'd be sitting there like, I don't know, eating bugs. Like, I don't think there's as much of an overlap in that kind of content, right? So, something to keep in mind is if you do overlap with someone, try to be courteous to the content you're doing at that time, you know? That's like the main thing. Like, basically, if someone else has their schedule up first and they have let's say someone's streaming Roblox on Wednesday, and you were planning to stream Roblox on Wednesday, maybe don't stream Roblox on Wednesday at the same time. That's a little rude, right? But typically, it's not too big of a deal, right? It's gonna happen. We're okay with it. Just be courteous with members and make sure that you're not dipping into. We're not all dipping into the same, I don't know, guacamole bowl. Yeah.
Wow. Now, the question you've all been waiting for. Are we going to make all the auditionees fight each other in a deathmatch?
Yeah.
Are they gonna do a battle royale and only the top one person gets to join V-Dere?
Yeah.
Well, not to that, but how many members are we looking for? Well, I mean, look at us on screen, we're 4. So maybe 4 would be nice. You know, for new ones. But you know, if there are exciting, outstanding, marvelous people, and it just so happens that they're more than 4, then that's okay. You know, the number is just the slightest bit flexible. But in general, we are looking not to expand too much. We're not suddenly gonna bring out a generation of 13 new VTubers. What's up, guys? We're the 4 members of V-Dere Gen 1, and V-Dere Gen 2 is 53 members. No, we're looking for about the same size.
Yeah. And I think another thing too is, even though we're basically looking for around 4, we're looking to double in size. If we do plan on doing future ones, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're gonna do 4 in the future as well. Like, there could be a 1-person edition, there could be a 2-person edition, or as we get bigger, obviously we're gonna be bigger, so doubling will mean a bigger size. That could also be a possibility. So yeah, this time we're planning on 4 roughly, but that could also vary, right? Oh.
Yeah, and something I'd like to add on, what sort of like VTubers that we'd be looking for. We're not exactly looking for somebody with so-and-so skills background specifically, but we would love to have people who are unique to V-Dere, people who fit like unique niches, and I feel like something we wouldn't be looking for would be like, you know, a pink-haired cloud girl with purple eyes that does singing piano. So we really want people who are super unique, talented, and also experience is really good too. Yeah, so does anybody else have anything to add?
I'm excited for the next
some
part.
pink-haired girl sat
next
there,
part?
like pink-haired, purple-eyed, singing cloud girl is like, no, no,
I'm sorry.
I'm cooled out. It's so over. Cry in shambles, in absolute shambles. No, yeah, I think, yeah, I hope that covers.
Yeah.
Oh, we also, we're again, you know, we already went over what we're like, you know, what we're like when we're again data types and whatnot, like, you know,
Pick a data type that doesn't exist.
Oh,
One that's not in our group yet. No dede, no baka dede, no yandere, no tsundere. Pick one that's not in here yet.
Okay, next
Don't worry, there's a lot of data.
Yeah, there are a lot of
subcategories, so.
datas out there.
And pick a color that's red, yellow, or blue. Potentially. It's not a big requirement, but that'd be cool.
Okay. we will not exclude you
We're
if
adding
you're,
really weird
if you're pink
requirements.
or anything like that.
Yeah, we
Just
won't,
be
but
unique.
you know, those notes we don't have yet.
Yeah, you know, don't have a name that is Speaker Curious Speaker.
Yeah, oh, you can copy the rest of us, just don't copy Speaker.
Wait, what?
Was it too weird? Yeah.
Oh my god, I feel bad for whoever tries that.
Okay, the next question we have is, what is our V-Dere audition advice? Ooh, things about the application, the audition, etc. We shall answer that for you now.
Whoa! That's me! Hello! So we had a question regarding writing too much, and for me, What the heck is too much, yo? You're thinking of writing too much, yo. Don't worry about writing too much. Writing too little is what would be worrying, you know? I don't want you just to answer with one word and just be like real. That's it. Like I need like words. Like there is nothing like don't worry about too many words. I am a certified yapper. I yap and yap and yap and I talk like I'm trying to reach some kind of word count in some kind of essay. So please don't worry about writing too much. Writing a lot shows passion, and I appreciate when people take the time to write a lot. You know, it means that they've really thought about it. You know, unless you're please don't hack in chat GPT it though. I'll be able to read through that. Be like, wait a second, I recognize this punk. This is an AI. Like, my eyes are ready. But yeah, please, you know, don't worry about writing too much. We appreciate it. We appreciate any time and effort put into the application. This big plus. I appreciate that. I also need to go bathroom, so please continue answering this question.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got you. Okay. Yeah. So okay, there was a question. Actually, I think maybe multiple about singing, and we already touched on this earlier. But for people who are worried that like, oh, I have no experience in singing, I have no skills, you don't need to be skilled at singing. You just have to be enthusiastic because, you know, we want to record stuff as a group. Yeah. So for anybody that was worried about that, I hope that eases your concerns. But the other thing about audition tips is please be confident. I really mean it. Please don't submit an audition saying, oh, I can't do this or I'm not good at this. Okay, we need to know what you love, what you're great at. Okay, and don't put yourself down. You really do need to have confidence to audition, because if you have confidence in yourself, we can have so much confidence in you. Okay, yeah, so bring up that courage.
Oh my gosh, beautiful words. I have never been more inspired. Now, one part of our audition form that was not mandatory, but possible, is the audition video. Now, I do want to emphasize that you don't have to have an audition video. You can also just skip that question, just hand in the form. It's not gonna get you disqualified. Don't worry about it. An audition video is mainly for showing things that you want to show that you think you can't really show too well on the form. So rather than, I don't know, showing your streams or your assets or just repeating what you said in the form, if you make an audition video, it would be nice to show your passion and your talents. Anything that you feel like you can't show through that well through text, or like, if you say, I'm a good singer, okay, well, how do we know that? Just from reading. I can say I'm a good singer. I'm not that good of a singer. But if you show it to us in your audition video that you're really, really passionate about it, maybe that would be cool. So audition videos, not mandatory. We're not gonna disqualify you for not having anything. It's just, it's for elaborating on things that you can't show too well on text that you feel that you really want to show off.
I'm back. Yippee!
Welcome back. Welcome
Please
back.
don't send us a video that's applying for something else and then send it to us, because that might.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. Thank you.
Yeah, and video length. Don't send us an hour-long audition video because we're not gonna watch that. Keep it fairly short. Because we have a lot of applications, so I feel like 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes is fine. It's good. Yeah, don't make it any longer than 5 minutes, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
unless it's Shrek 2, thank you, or the B movie. Arigato.
They're gonna do that now, Ellie! We played it really well!
Oh no, what a disaster.
Is my turn now? I have a lot to say on this
Go for
topic.
it.
I have read every single application so far. And okay, couple points here. Big thing. I love it if you write a lot, but give me a little TLDR at the beginning of each section if you can. Okay, so like if you have a really big story of your accomplishments and things like that. I am going through a lot of applications, and if you want to catch my eye quickly, give me a little bulleted list at the top of your paragraph, and that way I can go, oh, I see they did this, this, and that, right? So I didn't have to like squint and be like, okay, I'm like looking for convention. You got a convention in there? Okay, what about you got the merchandise? All right, if you have experience, give me that really quickly, and then you can give me a longer explanation after that. So like you gotta give me that hook, you know? Give me that hook, right? Because when I'm going through it in the back end and I see all those really long paragraphs, it's a lot of text to kind of skim over really quickly, right? So that's part of it. If you want my general advice, if you are someone that doesn't have a lot of experience and you don't have like a lot of numbers to back up a lot of your stuff, right? I say go hard on your application personally. Put a lot of effort in, right? So if you're someone like, oh, I've only been streaming for the month and I only have, like, I don't have much CCV, I don't have many subs, and, you know, I haven't been able to do that much, right? I would like to see a clear plan. I would like to see a lot of effort in your application. So if the audition video is optional and it does not hurt you not to do an application video, but if you are someone that doesn't have a lot of accomplishments to immediately point to, or like, you know, like raw numbers or anything like that, I would suggest you probably do a video, or you make sort of supplementary thing, like yeah, you can make a cute PowerPoint or something. I don't know, do something, right? Show us, really showcase your talents if you have them. You know, really go hard. I'd say. That's what I would say. Because if you put the effort in, if I see that you're organized and you have a clear plan, another part of that too is like a big thing that's pretty desirable, I'd say, is if you already have like plans for the future. Like you're like, oh, I already have like a artist I'm working with or things like that. Anything like that, that's also really good, you know? Because we'll get some applications that are like, I don't have any plans, I don't have any accomplishments, I don't have anything. I don't have that. Just nothing. Like I just want to join, and it's like, well, I don't know how I can work with that, you know. So yeah, go hard. Show us your ambition. Show us your plans. That kind of stuff. That's one of my biggest advice to you. And then in another asset, if you have any past endeavor at all, tell me. Some people have applied using only their VTuber experience, and they'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, I guess I was like a famous cover musician. And I was like, what? And I had to go find it. I was like, what? Wait, they're like, what? Why didn't you put this on there? Like, so if you have something like that, tell us, okay? It doesn't just have to be your VTuber experience. It can be any kind of experience that's like a big deal, right? Not even just a big deal. Just give me any experience. If you're like, I play trumpet, tell me you play trumpet. That's cool. That's cool. Not many people play trumpet. All right, give me that stuff. You know.
We did a band.
So, we did a bandori. So yeah, that kind of stuff. If you have any sort of that kind of experience or things like that, you gotta tell me. Don't limit yourself. Put anything on there. Just make it organized, because I can't read through. Like, it's gonna be a little difficult to read through a really big paragraph. Keep it organized, but tell me everything. I want to know about you. Okay. I think that covers everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I do want to. We haven't mentioned on the forum, but if you are also suggesting your artist, I want you to kind of. Oh, big thing. Be familiar with V-Dere. Okay, be familiar with V-Dere.
Yeah.
A lot of applications apply and they don't seem to know anything, right? Well, a big thing, if you don't have like a lot. Do some research. Show that you've done research. I think that's a big thing, right? You guys are great. So you come in asking for a data type that's already taken or something like that, right? It's like it's not too hard to find that information out if you go to our website and things like that, right? So you know, be a little conscious of that kind of stuff, right? Or like you know, sometimes we'll be like, oh, what niche are you gonna fill in Vtuber that we don't already have? And it'll be like, I'll be a yandere ASM artist, and I'm like, well,
I don't exist. Don't worry about me. I'm fading. Ah. I'm gone.
So yeah, be a little familiar with like what our general content styles, things like that. Because then you can advertise yourself a little bit more effectively, right? Be conscious of what Vtuber can do for you, so that we know what you can do for us, vice versa, right? That kind of stuff.
To add on to that, like, even though you could be like, oh, yandere ASMR we have, but then, you know, for example, we don't have mommy yandere ASMR. You know, like there's sort of like different angles that you can take to sort of demonstrate that your niche is different. Like, don't feel like, oh, you know, it's kind of vaguely overlapping. If you believe your niche is niche, like, really point it out how different it is. No, I'm not going to become mommy ASMR chat. You mate.
I want a mommy in our next gen.
Yeah.
Hey guys, mommies in chat, please apply. I want a mommy.
Mommies. Oh my god.
If you got a nice deep voice, please,
Yes,
please
please.
show me,
Yo.
please.
I need a mommy.
Yo,
Mommy, please.
that's another like sort of
Mommy,
niche
mommy.
build. You know, do you want 4 babies?
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing where it's like, you know, it's not necessarily a niche, but we don't have a different voice type. That kind of there's so many different angles you can take with saying how you can stand out and be unique in Vtuber. So yeah, feel free to think outside the box about that kind of thing, because people are unique in so many different ways. So yeah.
Oh, is it okay if I touch on this briefly? Relatively say so, I'd say.
Yes.
Relatively say so.
Say
Yes.
so. Say
We
so,
definitely
please.
Say so like me, cause I'm 1000% say so. Yep.
Obviously, we got a little bit of yabai on some of us, right? Some of us have
Where?
a
Hey,
little yabai, but generally speaking, Vtuber is a relatively say-so group, and we want to keep it relatively say-so. Yeah. We actually, this might be a shock, but I know this is very uncommon in VTuberdom. We kind of prefer not cursing. I know that's actually pretty like crazy. I feel like most VTubers curse, but like relatively speaking, less cursing if possible. Yeah.
Heck.
Whoa!
Heck.
Whoa!
Heck.
Elia, I'm voting to boot Elia out. She's gone.
No,
Over.
wait. This is not a democracy. Yo, Yana! Yana, yo! No!
Yeah.
Democracy!
And then
Yeah. We
Oh,
are
and then-
like varying
yeah.
levels of say so, but I think like comparatively we are like much more say so than like a lot of VTubers out there.
yeah. We basically don't talk about any, you know, that kind of stuff. Okay, don't talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, not to say that swearing is banned or anything. I feel like, well, for me, it's like I just don't really swear. But like,
Yeah.
I think we like to keep things like professional, and yeah, that's our general thing with say-so-ness.
Yeah, a big. Oh god, that's so big. Actually, professionalism is so big in Vtuber. You gotta be professional, okay? You gotta know that even when you're mad, you gotta cool. All right, be cool as a cucumber. Because if you get too mad and you say something, then you know everyone's gotta account for that, right? So Vtuber, we're very big on just being courteous of everyone else around and making sure that we're aware of the kind of image we're putting for. So, like for example. As crazy as I get, I gotta remember that the craziest I get might reflect on like Speaker or someone, right? So I gotta be courteous of that as well. Yeah, so that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
just be wary of that. No, today we want to relatively be professional, relatively say so, and relatively clean talking, no cursing, that kind of
I
stuff.
want to add on to that. We'd like to like alongside the whole being professional. There's also, like no drama, please. Thank you. Life's too short. Please. I'm sorry. I can't. 이해하다요. Like.
We always want to be respectful to other people.
Yeah,
and
we're
each
not. We
other.
never actively search out drama. Like we do try and we just wanna be anime girls that make people happy. We're not looking to start fights or anything. Please, as much as I'm like, hey, you can what mate, like, don't actually go around starting fights.
Yes.
Like that kind of
But
thing.
we gotta do V-Dere arm wrestling. We have to find out who's the
Yes,
strongest.
we will. Okay, that's the only fighting
You guys gotta
allowed
destroy
is
me.
arm wrestling. Like, But
Yeah.
that falls under the professionalism, like dealing with things. Because at the end of the day, especially, how two of us are doing it full time. This is a job, like for some of us, like and therefore it's professionalism in that you would apply
And
to
maturity.
any other workplace. So
Yeah.
So
Like,
please
if you get mad at somebody, we totally get it. There's things that make you mad sometimes, but make sure that you're not, like, going around being like, I'm mad at Blake. Right?
rawr, and not even
Insert
communicating to
swear
them,
word.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Swear word, yo, bleh. Yeah, beep 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 beep. I don't have the noise.
I got it.
you.
Thank you.
Oh my
You
gosh,
got my
teacher,
back.
Speaking in Morse code. Morse code.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what if that was a swear word in Morse code?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you can. Obviously, we're always here for you if you need to vent, that kind of stuff. But yeah, just don't go being mad about people, like, outside of anything and like getting yourself into trouble. That kind of stuff. You gotta have some restraint. Be able to hold yourself back if you're getting a hot head about something. Be kind, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we kind of strayed a little bit away from like audition advice, but I think
Yeah.
one thing I'll add about the form is please proofread your writing. Yeah, please proofread your form. Make sure that everything is okie dokie, and don't forget to send it. Because we do have a
Yes.
deadline that I'd like to remind you of, which is June 4th.
June 4th.
Yes, June 4th deadline. So keep note of that. Please submit it. Yeah. Do we have anything else for this question?
I think we're good to move on to the next one.
Okay. So this one is the last of our pre-prepared question cards, and after this we'll answer more additional questions. But here, what is the audition process? Yeah.
Yo, what's the process? Well, what's the deadline again, guys?
June
June
4th.
4th.
June 4th.
Yeah. So once we hit the deadline, we will then contact successful-ish people for interviews. I say ish because it doesn't mean like you through, because there's an interview stage. Yeah, and you can get this super cute email from us, which will look adorable. Yeah, and what we'll post out when we're, I assume we're posting out when we're gonna heckin' let people know to check their junk emails and stuff just in case. Yeah, and then interviews. Yay!
Yay!
Next. Yippee!
Yes,
We've gone past midnight in Japan. Tasukete.
Oh my gosh. Another thing is when it comes to like your identifying and personal like IRL information, that kind of stuff, we don't require it, alright? We're indies, you know, you don't gotta share that kind of information with us. We don't require in our interviews for you to have like your face cam on. You don't gotta share me your real name or your address or pictures of you or anything like that. Obviously, if you wanna, you know, have girl talk or something, you're totally free to do that. But on the other side of it, we don't require that. We know that privacy is very important in the VTuber space, and we don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable or unsafe or anything like that. You know, we want to make sure that you feel as comfy as possible, right? Oh.
Yeah, so after the first interview, we're actually gonna have like a second interview if you pass the first interview round, and the second interview will be more personal and more in-depth, and I guess personalized to your content, and we'll ask more questions about that. And that's how we're planning to determine the final selection of V-Dere Gen 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, like
lots of
kind of...
people-
Go ahead.
No, you go. I
I was just gonna say, it's kind of like, you know, the first interview section, it'll be a lot easier, so it, you know, not so much anxiety, it's a bit more straightforward, right? That kind of stuff. So don't fret too much, right? Be chill. Yeah.
Be chill.
Be chill.
Lots of people asked, what? When do I get my Hogwarts acceptance letter, guys? When should I start checking? Or like, when are you going to have a look at the auditions? Let me answer that first. Actually, we are having looks at the auditions pretty much as soon as they're in.
Yeah.
Like, we check every day.
Yep. Every
Yes.
second.
So don't worry about your audition being lost or going under, you know, just because you sent it too early or you sent it too late. There is no such thing. We check every day. We see everything. As for when we will start contacting people, first emails will be sent throughout the period in the upcoming weeks. But don't worry, even if you hand your audition in on the very last day, you will still have the same chances. Because, you know, even if we send out emails like, hey, we would like to see you in interviews, that does not mean people are accepted yet. And of course, we won't accept anyone until we've seen all the people that can apply. So don't be worried. Don't be like, oh no, if I don't send my audition now, then my spots will be taken away. There's no such thing. Don't be worried, but we see all the auditions, we check every day, and we're going to check every day and consider people up until the very last day, until auditions are closed.
Oh. So I might think that again.
It's okay, I got you. That's
Yeah,
it.
so if you and your friend are applying and your friend gets an interview before you, but the auditions are still open and stuff like that, it does not necessarily mean that you're not going to get contacted too. Yeah, so don't worry too much.
Yeah, so I hope that clears things up to do with the audition process. So now we have time for more questions. So if you ask any questions in the Q&A section of the YouTube chat, well, now's your chance to ask questions, and we will answer some of them. Yeah.
Can I answer one really quick?
Yeah.
We've gotten this one a lot, and it says it on the audition form, but anyone can apply, but we are only taking female characters, okay? So female character VTubers, okay? So if your character is like a male VTuber, that we are not accepting those, okay? It's a girl group.
Yeah.
Cute girls doing cute things, but anyone can apply. Anyone can apply. Just know that's the case.
Cute girls only.
Nah.
Wow. Ma.
Speak, give us the questions straight from the tab.
Oh yes. Oh you
Yeah,
guys
wait,
can
where
see
are the questions?
That's over. Okay. Well, I put
I
it.
can view them too.
I put
How
it
can you
there
guys do?
here.
I want to see them.
Oh, that's it. Oh, I think you lost me to the V-Dere account. Yeah, wait, I can do that. The only
Yeah,
one
you
who
can
can't do
look.
it is Elia.
You can look to it.
Elia's the only one who can't see it.
Dude, just scroll down. Scroll down.
Scroll down. These are all the questions. Wait. What? I want to see all
I
the
answer one?
questions.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, do it.
What are the
questions?
Okay, I'll send you a
Elia, I'll
screenshot.
screen share for you. I'll screen share.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
you
will.
screen share. Good idea.
やったやったやったやったやった。ありがとう。
One of the questions is, would someone who joins need to be able to meet up for off-collab conventions and so on? In person? No. It's not required. But I will say that is a pretty cool aspect of V-Dere. Is October, we're all getting together in Japan.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
That is not something I'd ever be able to do on my own, I don't think. Ever. It's all thanks to my sugar mommy, Elia.
Sugar
But
mommy Elia.
don't
Wait,
expect
hey
that.
yo, what up? It's your girl. Hey yo.
But yeah, that kind of stuff, like trips are probably like it's not required or anything like that, but no, that's like on the table. Like
Yeah.
that's definitely something we'd like to do. There's even, I mean, I don't know if I'm not 100% on it, but there is a chance that we might even meet up in Japan again for a 3D concert. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Might be potential or something. But that kind of stuff, it's not required, but I would highly recommend you consider it, or else, because it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And of course, you know, I understand that the cost is really high. I mean, dang, yes, it is. But obviously, if we were planning to do something like that, we'd plan it very far in advance, and there's always gonna be an opportunity to do fundraising events or something like that, or anything like that. So it's not required. We do not meet up at conventions. I don't think we've never planned for something like that.
No. We've like
Nothing like that.
We meet up in Moses' basement, but we don't tell her about it.
I love.
I don't
meeting up
have
in
a
Moses'
if you were in my basement, you would be dead because they flood
Whose
here.
basement are we in then? Yo, where are we meeting up?
Wait, Heidi, where'd you take
Run
us?
coordinates again.
Is this your
I hate
basement?
when that happens.
No.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, it's not required, but it would be cool. I would suggest I would say it's one of the benefits of V-Dere. So I would say I would plan.
I
for
can
it
come to you,
if
yo.
can. She will.
I'm
do
going
everything
to
in her
smooch
power.
Speaker. I will smooch Speaker in real
I'm
life.
smooching speaker. No.
Okay, we can
Heidi
both smooch
smooches.
Speaker.
S in speaker stands for schmooch. Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh,
No.
I would like to present a question that I saw. Okay, what are our thoughts on accepting 3D VTubers? VTubers that aren't really VTubing in 2D currently.
Oh, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
The only thing is just make sure your model is like high quality. I would say it's pretty important to have a high quality model in V-Dere.
We're super high quality.
So yeah, we put a lot into our models and everything like that personally. So I would expect someone who's willing to put that same kind of investment in, right? A main thing, it's not so much like whether it has to be 3D or 2D or not, but you have to have a pretty high quality model that can be up to snuff against all four of our models as well in a lineup, right? Part of that professionalism thing, part of it is merchandise and branding, that kind of stuff. So that's my recommendation to you. Yeah. If you have like, I think someone asked before if you have like a cheap model, like not cheap but like, you know, like pay to use model, like the ones you can get on like Nijiman things. I would say like obviously that wouldn't disqualify you or anything, but be prepared to like expect to have to buy, like get your own model and things like that, because with everything with V-Dere and stuff like that, all the branding and things like that, you definitely have to have some sort of right to your IP and the assets you're using. Like we literally sell Sandies of our models. If you don't own the model and it's like when you're renting, you can't do
they're
that.
gonna put you
right?
in jail.
Yeah, you're gonna go to
Gonna go to
jail. You're going to
jail.
copyright jail.
Yeah.
So yes, You gotta be. I'd say you have to be willing to do that. Yeah.
Someone is asking, how do you see Gen 2 integrating with Gen 1 in the short term and long term? Any expectation from Gen 2 as a group? I feel like because we're not a traditional company, it's not really going to be that strict of a like waves or generation mentality. Anyone who joins V-Dere is, joining V-Dere first and foremost. They're not joining V-Dere Gen 2, they're not joining V-Dere Gen 3, they're joining V-Dere. So, obviously, we will do all the things together. It's not like, oh, only Gen 1 gets to do this thing. No, it's a VTuber group. There's no, hierarchical structure. We're not, strictly separated. Gens shouldn't matter that much. And obviously, we won't have any privileges over Gen 2 just because we've been here for longer. We won't be like, no, I'm deciding this, and we won't have anything that you don't have.
Yes.
Yeah.
This actually kind of relates to a question I saw. It said, does V-Dere have a leader? No. V-Dere does not have a leader. We're all equal. I will say sometimes we might see a member take the lead on a project. So you might see Spica take the lead on a musical project. Or you might see me take a lead on, especially merchandise. I love merchandise.
Yeah.
You might see me take leads on merchandise projects. So it's more so, it's not that we have any specific leader or anything like that, but you might see someone take the reins on a project that they feel most comfortable in and something that they're most experienced in. Because sure, we could rotate the table around on who takes the lead on cover projects, but some people are just more apt for that kind of thing. I know I would suck at organizing cover project personally. I don't think I'd be very good at that.
Yeah. So we like to do, even though we all participate in our group projects and our events, we will have one person that more takes the lead when organizing it. Sometimes, you suggested to cover songs, so you're in charge of it, making the lines distribution, talking to the artists. Or if you're just good at one thing, you do it. For example, Elia does the cool big events and the competitions and stuff. Pal World competition, very cool.
Event.
It does. Yeah. And so it's like that, but we don't have a leader.
Yeah.
No leader. I think the main thing is joining V-Dere is that we all just have a very, very strong mutual respect for each other. And that respect will extend to Gen 2. I won't be I am your senpai, I look down. No, I'm gonna have just as much respect for any creator that joins us, and treat them accordingly, in that sense. So, I don't know, I think that just falls under just being respectful to each other is really big. Because there's no leader, that respect has such a big, stronger play into things than it would normally. But yeah, and sort of understanding everyone has their strengths and everyone has their weaknesses. No one's perfect at all, but we can all be strong together and help each other. Yeah.
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 Okay, so another question I saw was will more members mean more content than before on the V-Dere channel? I think that's definitely a yes already. But
Yeah, we have
Yes,
some things that we haven't been able to do because it's really sometimes difficult to get all four of us in the room together. We do collabs once every 2 weeks, so doing much more than that seems kind of difficult. But if we have more people, then not everyone needs to be there, right? Currently, for example, only 3 of us have time. We don't really want to do it because, it feels weird to just have
feels
not
bad to
person
not
be
have
there. But if it's more people, then it's less of that expectation of everyone needs to be there. Because obviously, like, wrangling 8 people into a room, that's kind of difficult. So
Yeah.
we'll be able to do more things where, maybe only 2 or 3 people need to be there. And obviously, with more people there, we can do more stuff for the V-Dere channel. Also, the question contains whether, like, there will be memberships for this channel. None of our channels are monetized currently. And I think it's kind of good if it stays that way.
Yeah, the main channel is not monetized.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, who's it going to?
Another thing I'm really excited about is Minecraft with more people.
Yes, our beautiful
yes,
Minecraft server.
The V-Dere Minecraft
Minecraft.
server.
It will expand.
Yes, Minecraft.
We'll have so many more
Little
bases.
Minecraft.
I will say, there's also content for the main channel, like outside of just clips, which is what we're doing right now. But we will be doing clips for every like member. So like any group activity you do with everyone in Vtuber, that'll probably get clipped and put on this channel right here. I think we have a clip coming out on Thursday. Actually, stick around for that. But that kind of stuff. In addition to that, I think we also have plans to do more kind of like live content on this channel as well. So like if we have an event where we want to do, like we had our Christmas concert and things like that, more of those are probably going to be possible. We also probably, once we get enough members, I really want to do like a news program. We just don't have enough right now, because I think like, yeah, we wouldn't have, I feel like once we have more people, we'll be able to do that kind of content more regularly because we'll have more stuff to cover, right? But yeah, that's like, I want to expand our horizons. Also, I want to say for people looking to join Vtuber and like don't have a model or want to get a new one and upgrade things like that, I did help with designing everyone's current,
Yes, you helped
VTuber
so
life.
much.
Yeah. I mean, so it wasn't everyone gave me their input, they gave me their references and things like that, right? But I will help. I think personally I will help you because I just find that kind of thing really exciting. If you want it. Usually I get a lot of people asking me for that kind of thing, but it's for you, babe. Only you that joins me today.
You're really good at designing cute girls.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody wanna pick a question? Oh, there was a question from will new talents be required to remove or private old videos upon joining Vtuber?
No, we don't
Nope.
own you. We don't own your stuff. You're not signing any.
girl.
Yeah,
We
keep
still,
all
I
your
think
stuff.
Speaker and I still have some stuff from before we joined up.
Yeah, I get all
It's no big
stuff
deal.
recommended, and I'm like, who the heck is this punk, yo?
Dude, my
Completely
advice to
different.
you as a VTuber, never delete your portfolio. That old stuff is your portfolio. It's just
Yeah.
you've been doing stuff for a long time. So don't ever delete that stuff, my opinion. Oh, don't delete it. Just like, I mean, if you do want to private it, like personally, I guess you can, but don't delete that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you're applying and you privated all your videos, you should make them public if you're applying, so I can see what you've done.
We'd like to see on the guy. Yeah. We also have. Oh, sorry. What did you
Go
want
ahead,
to
go
say?
ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna move on to another question, so you can like.
Go ahead, that's fine.
Oh, I was gonna say that we had a question about restrictions on games being streamed. When it comes to like games being streamed and like, it's gonna be. You are an independent. We're a group. We're a very professional group, but the copyright laws that you're subject to are ones of an individual basis. So this is very, very good if you really want to stream Nintendo games, because Nintendo are all okie dokie, just do whatever. If you want to stream as an independent Nintendo, go for it. You don't have to jump through loops and request specific days and times and get restricted on the number of streams. Just take and go for it. And yeah, looking up other games to stream and stuff, you're gonna have that flexibility because you are by definition an independent. So don't worry about that.
If you're applying, tell us what games you play.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I wanna know.
Chat. League.
No.
So like, I think roughly, can we all say like the types of games we? I know Spica loves puzzle games. I like retro games. What about you, Heidi, and you, Elia?
I like
variety. I'm a professional gamer. I like being stubborn. I like challenges. I like trying out whatever. I'm not a horror game kind of person though, because they make me cry. So, yeah.
What about you, Heidi?
Kawaii.
I like my horror survival games. I play stuff like Dead by Daylight or Cult of the Lamb. Right now I'm playing Undertale, that's less scary. Sometimes I play things like Elden Ring or Dark Souls. It's a good time.
Teach me Dead by Daylight, please. Please.
Play Dead by Daylight with me.
I want to play with you.
So, if you're someone that's like a Nintendo gamer or like you're like an FPS gamer, like mention that, bro. We don't got that yet. If you got like a specific type of game you like to play, let me know. Tell me that. You know.
Yeah.
You're right. We don't have an FPS gamer.
We don't.
Someone teach me how to pew pew. If you want to join and teach me how to pew pew, I will be your pew pew student. Onagai. Hi.
Oh, there's a question asking if the data theme is important in choosing people.
No. Basically, if you're a good applicant, we'll figure it out. There's a bajillion Dere themes. That's part of why we even picked Deres as a theme for V-Dere in the first place, is because there's just so many. Like, even if you think that you really do fit the Yandere theme, right? There are like 8 bajillion variations of Yandere you could probably pick that might describe you a bit better, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or there's like things like Himedere. If you're like a princess girl, there's like Himedere. You could be a princess. Himedere. Like your dere doesn't even need to necessarily, even though it's supposed to describe your personality or something, it can even just describe like what you are, right?
Use your name.
Because that's like some type of deres.
I'm Spica Dere.
Speaking of that, but yeah, we're more so interested in you as a person. I think if I look at you and you're like, well, she's kind of yandere, even though she's like the most qualified person we've ever had, I think we'll just skip her, right? You know, we'll look at the overall picture and we'll figure out how to fit you in.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any other questions we should answer?
I think we've done a lot of questions.
We have.
Yeah.
We've gone in a lot of detail.
Wow.
So I hope that people watching have, felt that they've, gotten that additional information that they were hoping for from this stream. Like, I hope this stream has really helped.
Yeah.
Hey, can you tell him EP? I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, it makes
Yeah, it's so late for Elia and Spica. I think we gotta wrap it up at this point.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Thank you so much for your questions. We will not answer any more. Heck you.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about it.
Heck this,
It's fine.
heck that.
Yeah, and I know me personally, I'm probably like, if you still have a burning question to ask, like, feel free to ask me in my Zatsu portion of my streams. I probably will be open to answering it. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, guys. Thank you so much for coming by. Let's send Spica and Elia to bed.
Let's do it.
V-Dere Beam.
V-Dere Beam!